The dining room was already too warm, too heavy with lights strung across the windows and laughter that didn't belong to me. I sat at the end of the table, surrounded by tinsel, candlelight, and the false sweetness of a family gathering that was never mine to keep. The gift boxes were stacked, ribbons gleaming, paper waiting to be torn apart. I'd wrapped one of them myself, hands steady, expression blank. When her best friend leaned forward, I caught the smirk before the words. "Do it now," she whispered, nudging the papers across the table like contraband. My wife grinned, her eyes sharp with anticipation. The envelope slid to me, slick beneath my fingers. "Surprise," she said. "Merry Christmas." Inside, divorce papers. Cold, clinical. My name typed clean in black. Her best friend raised a glass. "Men are so predictable. He'll crumble. Watch." I didn't. I signed. One stroke, black ink against the lie of our marriage. Not a tremor in my hand. And then I pushed my gift across the table. The one they shouldn't have opened. I'd seen the shift long before the dinner. The late-night whispers, the guarded phone calls, the way laughter from the next room fell silent when I walked in. Not love dying. No, that was too merciful. It was conspiracy growing teeth. At first I told myself I imagined it, that marriage always carried shadows. But shadows don't leave lipstick on shirts you never wore. Shadows don't whisper your replacement's name when they think you're asleep. I kept quiet, colder than I'd ever been. She thought my silence was defeat. She mistook composure for blindness. I let her. And while she played house with betrayal, I gathered pieces. Phone records, receipts, photos that told the story better than I ever could. The best friend, the one who smirked tonight. She wasn't just audience, she was co-star. They thought their little bet was cruel brilliance. To humiliate me at Christmas, to let me choke on the ashes of what I'd built. But I never choke. I wait. The box I slid across the table was wrapped in gold paper, tied with a ribbon so neat it seemed innocent. She smiled as she tugged it free, eyes glinting with the confidence of someone who believes the war is already won. But when the lid lifted, silence ate the room. Inside wasn't jewelry or perfume. It was a tablet, already playing. The video filled the air, her voice, her laughter, her body entwined with the woman sitting across from me, my wife, her best friend. The table shifted from warmth to frost in seconds. Faces drained, forks stilled, the sound of betrayal echoing far louder than carols humming from the next room. Her best friend dropped her glass. It shattered, a perfect punctuation. My wife's hand trembled as if she could snatch the images back, shove them into the dark. "You—" But she stopped, because what words could she use now? I leaned back, calm, detached. "Merry Christmas," I said. She lunged for the tablet, but the damage was done. The family had seen. My family, her family, everyone gathered around this table of lights and lies. Her best friend buried her face in her hands. My wife just stared, mouth open, the illusion of control gone forever. I signed their papers, but I wrote their ending. Later, when the table emptied, when whispers replaced laughter and no one looked her in the eye, I stood by the window, watching the snow drift outside. I felt nothing. Not anger, not grief, only clarity. They thought they'd planned my downfall. They thought humiliation was a game I'd lose. But I don't break. I expose. I walked out that night, coat on, hands steady. The cold air bit at my face, clean and sharp. Behind me, the house collapsed into chaos. Ahead, only silence. And silence is stronger than love. Stronger than betrayal, stronger than anything they believed I was. I left the papers signed, the video burned into their memory, a gift that could never be returned. I didn't need revenge to feel alive. I only needed them to see what I'd known all along, that the quiet man at the table was the one they should have feared most.